Hey everybody, it's the next episode. What is it, 14? Are we up to 14, Nick?
I think it's 14 or 15.
Nick didn't answer.
Nick's not here.
That was disappointing. When you reach out, when you try to make a connection with someone and they're not there and you're left hanging.
Do you feel sad?
It's very bad.
I feel sad. Look at how I'm sitting. It's silly.
You know what? It's episode 14, I think.
Okay. All right.
Lucky
Look
14.
Look like a little kid waiting at the table for dinner.
Do you remember, Isaac, last week when we were wearing the same clothes?
You know what? I wear the same clothes so many times until they're old, and then I throw them away.
Mm-hmm. And then you get other clothes. Like you're like Jack Reacher, only you're not really big and strong and you don't wander around solving crimes.
Hey! I'm not big and strong.
We had such a response to that haul video that we did.
So many hauls.
People went crazy.
Bananas.
We received so many cards and letters through the
postcards.
mail.
Mostly postcards.
Postcards. And so what we decided is we're going to do another haul video.
To basically, for people to feel sorry for you.
So for this haul video, this came to me through someone knows that I like old things. And they said, hey, I found a bunch of these old things.
I think they're comic books.
And the truth is, I didn't bring everything.
Okay.
It was amazing to go through some of this stuff. And I brought some of the stuff that doesn't apply, but some of the stuff that is in the collection were books, which we could talk about another time. There were a bunch of Frazetta cover books.
But you don't know what you have in this comics pile, right?
But this pile,
okay,
I pulled them out and I went, oh man.
I'm poised and ready to start typing.
I set them over to the side. But first of all, I want to just say what got me interested in this. Do you remember, I'm now looking at one of the top ones. Do you remember Comic-Con, when we used to go to Comic-Con?
Yeah, back pre-COVID, yeah.
Yeah, so I am a fan of a writer named Ed Brubaker.
Okay.
And see, he put out a couple of books in this format. Do you remember these big format magazines?
Yes, I like that.
I like them too. So I really liked these. And of course, I got them signed there and that was nice. And you got to meet them, but I liked this format. And so I collected these just for myself because I just loved that old format so much. And then I saw a stack of them.
Okay.
What was on top of them were old TV times from this area from before you were born.
Like TV guides?
A TV guide that would come in the newspaper.
Oh, yeah.
And someone had saved them all and put them in plastic.
Okay.
Some old fella. And he had a bunch of other stuff.
I have bought the odd collectible TV guide. Not TV, not the newspaper ones, but the TV guides.
The other thing that he had that I took out of this pile before bringing here, I brought one of. So first of all.
Okay, what?
He put stuff in plastic, and I always wanted to show that. This
is an older gentleman.
It was an old man who passed away.
Okay.
And his stuff was being cleaned up and thrown out.
The magazine Cream in plastic.
And I think, it has...
Okay, what is it?
It's a magazine from 1980.
Okay, but what kind of magazine is that?
It is not in Covrprice. I'm just showing.
No, I understand, but
it's a rock magazine.
Oh, okay.
It's a rock magazine.
All right.
But it's that same format. This was also in that pile.
It wasn't important then.
You can't look up this value.
It's very valuable, no matter how you slice
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he knew that he wanted to keep some stuff.
Why? Like
I don't know.
Strange thing.
I know, but it's in a bag.
But it's like a nice preservation of a time and place. But what a strange idea! It'd be like I always kind of imagine that, like if you got some random magazine right now off the shelf right now and said, you know what, I'm going to put this in plastic.
Overhead this.
Yeah. Like
He has a little code that he was putting. This is 1977 Elvis. Now you're starting to understand some things.
So he liked a thing. That
Look
was
at the
in there.
top. A must for every Elvis fan.
Okay.
Movie World's final tribute to the one and only king of rock and roll.
Right.
This will be from what? 77 would be that year.
Right. So there you go.
So now it's starting to make some more sense, right?
Yeah. But like some of the other ones.
Are you ready for this?
This is exciting. I'm excited by this episode.
Overhead, please.
Oh, I know that one. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness by Palladium Books.
This is from the Palladium Books, but look at this.
It's very, very nice.
It's in beautiful shape.
Yeah.
12th printing.
12.
Look at this. It's never been opened. It's never been read.
And this came in this pile from this old guy's place.
Was in a stack.
You're kidding. Why would he have this?
I think it's a guy that had a store.
Oh,
and you're going to see why in a minute.
Okay. That's a role-playing game that a lot of people say they played, and I was never into that kind of thing. New Mutants.
So, I know for a fact this is the reason why I wanted the stack.
Right.
So I've looked at this one already. It's
now,
a fourth printing. It's not valuable.
Okay.
I don't think, because it's a fourth printing. But when these came out, I had them originally. Here are a couple more.
Is it going to show up in a large format on...
So what you have to look up is Marvel graphic novel.
Okay.
And I have here 4, 5, and 16.
That's what it's called.
Marvel graphic novel.
Okay.
And these, I think this guy had a store because these are unread.
What numbers are you at?
4, 5, and 16.
Yeah. So there's 5, 4, there's 4. Hey, you know what? This is worth something.
Well, now hang on. This number 4, I know this is the one that I wanted.
Right.
It is...
This is the first appearance of New Mutants.
Right, but this is a fourth printing, so I don't think the subsequent printings are anywhere near as valuable.
Second printing, sixth printing. It just says known variants. There's only 3 on here as a second printing and sixth printing. Yeah, and the sixth printing, though, of that same cover, reprinted, or sixth printing is $10. The second printing is $25 raw value. Well, and like a highest known, I'm assuming first printing graded 9.8 was $1,000.
You can extrapolate the value of that fourth printing, but these are unread.
Okay, so are the other ones first printings? Because I mean, like that X-Men one. If I flip to that one,
it doesn't say. Man, these are so clean. They're
crazy. Cool though. They're really
so clean.
That's a neat cover.
The ones that were on top.
That could be $100.
These were the two that were at the top.
Yeah, like that
under the TV Times.
That X-Men one, if it's in like perfect mint condition, it could be $100.
It's black and it's beautiful.
What was the other one you said? 1, 4, 4, 5, and what?
4, 5, and 16.
16.
So I have to treat these with respect. They're beautifully unread.
This is a neat series of books. This is a format that I like. I like that kind of weird, like big format stuff that had alternate content.
But they weren't bagged.
No, it's also
not like the TV Times.
So there's a Conan one in this run. There's a Conan one in 85. There's a Raven banner that looks interesting. The Raven banner.
Look at this one though. This is one of the more interesting ones.
Okay.
Bernie Wrightson art. I think to find this one, you have to search The Amazing Spider-Man Hookie.
Okay.
I don't think because it's not numbered. I don't think it's in the same series. Unread, beautiful.
There it
beautiful,
is. What
beautiful.
year is this? 86.
I believe so.
All right, stand by. Yeah, 1986. Raw comic at $31.95.
86, but it's unread. It's absolutely pristine.
This one is there's only one sales. It's only been recorded once or twice at about $35.
It's gorgeous.
Really cool. It's kind of twisted cover.
Beautiful, a beautiful, hideous.
Yeah. Gooey.
Bernie Wrightson. So that's awesome. Oh my God, look at this. This is so good. Reed Fleming, world's toughest milkman.
That's so you.
It is me. I collect this series.
What is going on with the guy in the foreground with the green jacket? That's a heck of a haircut.
This guy?
Yeah.
Well, he's bad.
Oh, he's a bad guy.
He's a bad guy.
He's
no fun.
This is not going to show up. Come on.
It probably won't be valuable.
There's no way this is going to show up in Covrprice.
This is a Canadian.
Wait. Whoa, it does. What number is this?
This is the reissue of number 1.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So this won't be from 1980. This will be like from 86 or 7 or something like that, 5 or 6.
This must be an alternate cover.
86.
This is a... Yeah, it's so obscure. It's bizarre.
This is a must read.
What is that one? Reed Fleming?
Just any Reed Fleming that you can get. It's Canadian. It's as underground as it gets. It's absolutely amazing.
It looks funny.
It's very funny. It's good. Oh, here you go. This is rough. Rough. That's been beat up.
Conan?
That's been beat up.
That's not worth anything.
It's not worth anything. Number 49 Savage Sword in tough shape, been read to death.
Even if it's in great shape, that you're getting too far into it.
And by the way, this is the reason that the person reached out to me.
Because there was a one Conan book.
Because it's a Conan. And somebody said, you know, you like old things. I said, yeah. We got some Conans. We got some weird stuff. Turtles. And I've said, you have Conan and Turtles?
That's in one place? In Kieran County?
And they're like, yeah. And by the way, there's a ton of stuff. I've just pulled out this stack.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
What? Why is he shooting his wife?
She is
in trouble.
She's probably just added to that frame, right? This, I don't know what any of that means there, why you would write that on that. This is in rough shape.
1964.
It's in tough shape. The art is what it is. Wow.
No sales data, but it showed up.
You'd have to be a John Wayne collector, and you'd have to be real hungry.
Gold keys are tough, though. They I do see them pop up all over the place, and
yeah, that's rough.
They're usually really rough condition too.
That's not in great shape. Anyway, this is fun.
Green Beret.
Dell.
Tail. This is a Dell book? Isn't that
It's
Canadian?
a Dell. It's a comic, though. Tales of the Green Beret #1 from 67. I wonder who the artist is. It says right on it it's a collector's issue, obviously.
#1. That's $4.25.
Okay, well, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Highest known value, raw comic, $30.
Come on, are you kidding me?
Oh, look at that.
Ricky Nelson. Number 1192, The Hong Kong Adventure. This is in nice shape. Look at these kids are knife fighting in the first panel.
Like kids do.
Oh, those are pens.
Oh, they're pens. You know what? Total side note. When we were going through, fun little thing, we were going through the raw footage from the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Yeah.
It blew me away because there was not a lot of unused footage in that movie, but there was this sequence in the Shredder lair where they were demonstrating all these youth that were like, oh, look, they're allowed to do it, right? There's this big, beautiful crane shot that goes through, and at the end of it, there's a scene where Sam Rockwell, a very young Sam Rockwell, is coming down the stairs, and he wants to buy cigarettes, and at the beginning of that shot, there's a part that's not used, and in the raw footage, you see it, and the kids are playing this game. It's a thing, I guess. I didn't know this until I saw it, where they throw knives at each other's feet on a wooden board. There's gotta be a name for that game.
It's like Mumbledy Peg.
Yeah. What's the purpose of it? It's like that, but it's like you're throwing it at the other kids, between the other kids' shoes.
To show how tough you are and how much you don't flinch.
I can see why they didn't put it in the movie, because what if somebody emulated that?
They would emulate it.
They were also
would be
smoking
moved
and drinking.
to emulate.
Yeah.
This is a Ricky Nelson comic. I think this is a very specific comic.
Yeah.
But it's in pretty nice shape for 1961.
Doesn't show up at all.
It was also not in a bag. like the TV times. Battle of the Bulge, Isaac.
Ooh, Battle of the Bulge. We all have the battle.
This is, the number is 12075-606.
What does that even mean?
It looks like it's released to tie to the film, obviously. Pretty exciting.
We're having some
it's in
internet
okay shape.
slowness here.
Yeah. I can't imagine.
We're not finding anything. Well, Turtles and Other Strangeness is worth a little bit, especially in that kind of condition. So.
Oh, here we go. Okay, now we're getting into an area. The Tomb of Dracula. It says right on it, collector's first issue. Why wouldn't you buy this? Couple things. It's got the Love at First Bite. That's George Hamilton as Dracula. That's Frank Langella, young Frank Langella.
On the cover.
Yep. It's a black cover that's not totally ruined, which is nice.
By the way, total side note, going back to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness book that you showed there. If you pull it up on, say, an Amazon and you got the marketplace to the side, if it's like new or very good, they've got it listed for like $160 to $200.
That one?
Yeah.
That's like a 12th printing, didn't it say in it?
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, this is Amazon. They're scamming the crap out of you anyway.
12th printing. Well, it is obviously unread.
Yeah. So, well, you had to really want to play that game in order to.
This Tomb of Dracula, where does this come in? Stan Lee presents The Tomb of Dracula. Pretty exciting.
I do like a good horror comic. Who's the...
Marv Wolfman was running the black and whites at Marvel at the time.
Good old Marv Wolfman. Number 1, 1979. This actually came up right away. I'm surprised.
Well, that's fun.
A lot of Tomb of Dracula. Yeah, if you had a raw comic of highest known value, it's $63.41.
This?
Yeah, it's highest known value on that one.
Oh, that's if it's a 9.8 or something.
No, that's raw comic highest known value.
Oh,
it's not even graded.
Surprise. This is amazing. You're going to love this.
All right. I'm loving it.
He wrote 1958 on it in pencil, and someone wrote The Blob. But that's not correct. That is not The Blob, guys.
No.
That is Frankenstein's monster.
It's fun, though.
That is fun. This is old.
This is good stuff. I like this stuff.
This has tape on it, so it's been taped.
It's not worth anything then.
Which is fine, because I'm not looking to make a big sale here.
No, I always love this stuff where, like the ads.
Yeah, it's very
articles.
Cool. That's fun.
What is that thing
so
on
it's
top?
From 1959, Volume 1, Number 4, Monster Parade. You may not find Monster Parade.
So, yeah, because you're getting into
because it's not a comic book.
No, it's magazine stuff.
That is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
What we should do, Isaac, is we should use this somehow to inspire us.
Wow. Yes.
Now, see, are you feeling inspired?
I'm feeling inspired. I love this stuff.
That's awesome. It does have the Blob in it. That's why they wrote the Blob on the cover.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It always blows me away. It's like some of the photos and stuff in there of like weird monsters. That, like, where are they from? Like it's posed and against white walls. It's fun. Almost creepy from a different perspective. It's like
so we won't find the value for that.
No, that's the fun one.
Okay, look, we might find something here.
Ooh,
Masters of Terror.
That's fun.
Look.
Everything's fun.
Robert E. Howard, creator of Conan.
What? What's in there? Did you
Masters of Terror?
Okay, Masters of Terror.
That cover's pretty nice.
It
pretty
is
fun.
Almost like a Bernie Wrightson.
Based on a drawing by Jim Steranko.
1979.
Based on
1975. I'm sorry. 1975.
Hey, this is pretty fun.
Not worth much, but
this is another Stan Lee Presents. It's another Marv Wolfman black and white.
Yeah, it can be worth upwards of $30 at the top end.
Really?
Yeah, $5 to $30. Typical sale.
Smells like vinegar, which means it's rotting.
Yeah. As they are.
This is the kind of thing that I would buy if I saw it cheap, just to have it because I like the way it looks.
So what story from Howard's in there? Does it say?
It's a story called The Horror from the Mound.
Oh, I know it. Yeah.
So look, this is another thing that I would have bought as a kid.
Oh, look at that. Christopher Lee.
Well, and Blackula and the guy from Dark Shadows, Barnabas from Dark Shadows.
Blackula? Is that actually what he's called? You're kidding.
That's Barnabas.
No, but like the guy's name is Blackula.
That is the character Blackula. Look, Blackula.
No joke.
A movie that I was desperate to see at the Clinton Drive-In back in the day.
Of
Sweet
course.
Bob Larkin cover. So this is Roy Thomas, edited. Another Stan Lee presents.
Man, horror was a thing then. Was it
big
70s?
time.
60s or 70s?
70s. This
70s.
is fun. This is the kind of thing that you would see at a little store. That's actually kind of unread.
That's very good shape.
Look at the white.
Yeah.
Man.
That's nice.
That you would have found this at a little variety store in Clinton called A&A.
Yeah.
And you would want money to buy it, and you'd never be able to get the buck
Yeah.
that you needed. Bob
Yeah.
Clampett. That's fun.
Yeah. I feel like this is that world where kids got into like monster effects makeup and like
Huge.
yeah,
That's fun.
yeah, it's undergroundy and you discovered stuff through it and
And the cover's influenced by Go-Go's.
and the movies that they were talking about were never as good.
No, the
as
movies were no
art.
good. Oh, man. Oh, look at this.
Oh boy. Oh, that's nice. What's that? Monster? I can't read that.
Monsters and Things.
Monsters and Things. All right.
But he once again has written in what
Oh.
else is in there in
So
case.
he's sticking it right on the cover?
Yeah, he's writing it right on the cover. It's also been damaged and retaped. This
What a
is
very
really nice. This is very
strange
fun.
Collection. It's a very strange collection.
Yeah.
I'm having a heck of a time looking that up. It's not working.
So, yeah, you probably won't find this one in a comic setup. This is just a straight magazine. Oh, that's fun. Poor thing. This is the kind of magazine that would just fill your little brain, your kid brain, with ideas.
Yeah. Dark and scary.
Yeah,
sinister
stuff you
ideas.
just couldn't find anywhere.
Yeah, like go back to that there. Like go back the Wolfman photo.
Yeah.
Like when was that photo taken? Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
It's
like
like
39.
I'm standing in front of a white wall and there's a big flash bulb. So like, what is? It's so strange. But
It's
there's
just
something
of
creepy
its
about it.
time.
It's creepy.
But you know what? This is how people my age learned about the world around them.
That's what I mean. Yeah, pop culture.
Like
stuff.
Rodin. Okay, there I would have gone bananas to read that as a
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah. And somebody took the time to write up a big, like, one-page article about Rodin. Like,
That's pretty fun. I'm
Yeah.
happy with that. Okay. Now we're talking.
all right, anticipation.
Very, very excited.
Summer Love.
Dude,
Oh, it's the Beatles. Wow. Okay. All right. All
this
right.
is very exciting. Summer Love 47.
Summer Love.
That is
47.
really, really nice.
All right. All right. Ready for
This
this?
is something I would buy.
1966, October 1966.
I would
Charlotte.
buy this and I would want this.
All right. This is yeah. Now, how good a shape is that?
Really good shape
It
for
could be
what
upwards
it is.
of a rock comic.
Oh, never. I'm a liar. I'm a fat liar.
Well, it could be worth upwards of $95, but typical sale at around $30. Graded comic 8 is a $50 comic.
I like
That's
this
a
very
lot of-
much.
Yeah, anything with the Beatles on the front like that from that time.
That is really nice.
We're through, Dave. We can't go on like this. And I can't marry
No,
you.
Patty, no, you can't mean that.
This is our acting part of the show.
That was a
We do
really
work-
good part where we acted.
Yeah, I liked that. I
Isaac.
played the
This is
damsel.
spectacular. I'm very, very excited.
Why do you have so many Beatles stories?
I think that these,
This guy must have been a
Um,
Beatles fan.
these are unread by the looks of them.
It looks like this guy was buying the stuff to
Who is
sock away.
or had a store, like I
That
say.
Summer Love, by the way, the renditions, the renditions of the Beatles on there are pretty bad.
It's pretty brutal. Yeah.
Yeah, Ringo doesn't look anything like Ringo.
This is nice. This is pinched, dog-eared up here.
Mm-hmm. Beatles story.
This
That's what
is
called.
George Perez and Klaus Janson art. That's spectacular. That's so good. Look, George Perez drew these photographs and they look so real. This
Let's
is
see.
This is worth whatever I paid for it.
It's
just
not,
for this.
Yeah, I don't have that on here, but
It doesn't have to be valuable for me to think it's awesome. That's awesome. The Beatles Story, a Marvel Super Special. Beautiful covers.
bizarre.
That's really nice. Do you find the value anywhere?
I can't. It's not showing up.
Really?
It might be buried in here somewhere, but like
You didn't find it anywhere?
is there a number or anything? I just put in Beatles Story and it's just not. It's like a billion different things.
It's another Stan Lee Presents.
Is it called Under Stan Lee Presents?
It's probably called a Marvel Comics Super Special featuring the Beatles Story. Wow. So maybe Covrprice doesn't have this in yet. Maybe we've just discovered something that needs to go in Covrprice.
You said Marvel Comics Super Special?
Marvel Comics Super Special number 4.
Okay, wait. 4 issues. Yep, found it.
Really?
Yeah, found it. There's Kiss is number 1.
No.
Yeah, number 2 is Savage Sword Conan something or other, and the third is the Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so it's a wraparound cover. Did you realize that? That's a big cover.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's a
Let's
big
look
wraparound.
at the back.
Yeah. And it is...
That's very nice.
Typical sale of $31.61. Graded at 6.5 is a $65 comic. Highest known value graded at 9.8 is $213.47.
Well, I don't think we have a 9.8 here.
But that's pretty good. It's $100 at a 9. So
This
65,
looks like about an 8.5 or something like that. I don't know. I'm
6
not good at this game.
Yeah, 6.5 is a $65 comic. So
Hey,
yeah, you know what?
this is awesome though. That's great.
Yeah, you did okay on that.
There's
that
one
graph.
more thing, and it's very fun.
Very fun. I like fun. Blade, the Vampire Slayer. That's cool. Hey, what year is that? Let's look that up. Blade.
This looks like 75, 76. Marvel Preview presents. So look under Marvel Preview.
It's 1981.
This is 81?
Yeah. Yeah. The color on yours looks fantastic. Wow. The scan is not good here. No sales data. January 1st, 1981.
Isaac, it's September 1975. It says
well, then
right
this
in
is
it.
a different, the same cover. This is information I've got here, same cover.
With it, we've got a real situation on our hands, guys.
Now, this is a foreign edition. That's Australia. Sorry.
This is written by Chris Claremont.
Didn't you say that this was like something featuring something? What's the original thing called? Here?
Marvel Preview.
Marvel Preview.
It's got a Gene Colan. It's in rough.
What year did you say this was?
75.
75. Oh, okay, here we go. Sales data and everything. Wow, neat stuff in this run. Yeah, that color looks better.
This is very exciting.
September
it's written
1st,
by Chris
1975.
Claremont the same year he did X-Men.
Raw comic, $46. Graded at 9.4, $250.
Well, this certainly is not graded a 9.4.
Highest known is $285.
Be lucky to be a 6.
Typical sale is 46.
Back is nice, though. Clean.
Yeah, that's not bad, though.
So is this a key?
That's a key. Well, it's not key as in like some character, but I think you've done okay there.
We're going to have to find out. This is certainly not a first Blade. I know that. But it's fun. That's nice.
No more info. There's other things in the series that are weird. Sherlock Holmes, Star-Lord, Thor.
Well, the one that everybody wants.
Man-God. Number 9. That's a good one. Man-God.
Scroll up, Isaac.
What is that?
The one I was looking for is the Star-Lord 4 across and the Punisher 2 across.
Yeah. Star-Lord, that's worth something. That's a key issue. That's not the first appearance of Star-Lord, is it? Let me just see.
You're there. Star-Lord is not one of my characters that I know.
First appearance of Star-Lord. It is. There you go.
That's fun.
Yeah, so if you had found that one, you would have stumbled upon a potentially $2,700 comic book.
What I didn't do is find them. I bought a box
of stuff
that on top had a bunch of paperbacks.
Okay.
And then I saw the graphic novels and saw that they were clean. And I saw further down, I saw the TV Times. And then I just picked up the box, took out the TV Times and the Frazetta covers. Like there's a bunch of Tarzan and stuff.
Right. There's a lot of really good covers in that line. I like that.
I want to go back and ask you. You said something about loving, like you have some of these oversized too, like the Warrens, the Frazetta, the eerie and creepy. And
yeah, we've looked at some of them.
Yeah,
on the show. Yeah.
Do you like this format? Do you think this is a fun collectible format?
Yeah, to be honest, if I'm searching for if I'm going into old bookstores or antique stores or stuff like that, I will search out sections if they've got oversized bins kind of first. Just purely from, not even from a value perspective, just self-interest. I'm like, no, I always found they could, you know what it was, is that they were outside of Comics Code Authority in the magazine format, so they can do kind of different things.
Yeah.
So you got way cooler covers, just weird stuff, different articles about things that were of time and place. That I think it represents the kind of the culture of time and place a lot better than even just the comics, because those are so specific to that story, other than its style or whatever. But yeah, I always if I go down to Les's place over in KW there, that's where I'll go is the oversized bins first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Just because you can find such weird, unique stuff. Just the art's cool, the things that they were doing.
Where I go for that stuff has been like a little old used bookstore in London, City Lights. City Lights.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I called them up the other day looking for TSR product.
But the thing to remember about these bookstores, they know what they've got. You're not going to go in there and get a big deal or anything.
No, but it's not necessarily I'm looking for a deal. It's that super weird, you're in a bookstore and you find something on a shelf that you're like, whoa, I've never seen that before. Yeah. And yeah, sometimes it might not be a thing that's worth a lot either, but it's just really cool, and it's maybe of a time and place like this where it's a thing you like, or a magazine about the making of the Dark Crystal or something that you just didn't expect to find. That stuff's cool.
So a couple,
but hard to find. Magazines are hard to find because nobody really stocks them in that kind of comic book format, unless it's a really super.
Well, why would you put TV Times in plastic
exactly
bags?
But then if you find TV Times of, with that awesome cop show that you wanted to watch in the 70s.
I was going to say the two things that we use them for, either textures that you would put in a sequence, or to physically shoot them to evoke an era.
Exactly, yeah. Well, we're working on one of the Ninja Turtles films still, and I grabbed a TV guide out of the States because I was trying to evoke things in a prop format that Kevin and Peter were watching or doing or absorbing during the time that they invented the Turtles. So it was T.J. Hooker. It was the cover of a TV guide that had William Shatner in the police outfit. And I'm like, that represents the shows they were watching. And I found an A-Team board game, which was another thing. What do you do with A-Team, right? So, yeah, I went on eBay and found that TV guide with William Shatner on the cover that somebody put in a piece of plastic and had.
Well, this is how I end up with a box full of stuff.
Yeah. And you could go through and put that kind of stuff on, like the Beatles stuff, and put it on an eBay and probably do okay with, parsing it out if that was the business model that you were working for. But,
well, if you think of the stuff that I pulled out of the box, which, there's some covers that are ripped off and some Donny Osmond or Tiger Beat or Teen Beat, things like that.
Yeah.
Some old plastic bags and, a few odd books. And then this stuff in, interspersed amongst. You can't guess what you're going to get. You have to make an immediate, you have to say to somebody, I'll give you $40 or whatever. I don't think I paid $40 for that. I don't know. It was probably more when you think of the number of books that were on top, right?
Yeah.
You pay for the box right in that moment because you want to take it with you, because you're not going to go through the whole thing with the people sitting there like, do you want it or not?
Yeah.
And you're sort of at their front porch. Everybody's wearing a mask.
Yeah, exactly. And and it's not, it's a risk you take. And sometimes it's a fun gamble. There's the whole hunt there. It has the potential of, it's a different experience than going to that old used bookstore and finding that cool thing, because that thing was already curated and put somewhere. Whereas if you're finding, this box of stuff that has randomly cool stuff in it, that there's a treasure hunt element to it. I actually did horrible. I shot an episode of a horrible television show where do you know this? That there's auction houses, many of them, that auction off unopened freight, mostly baggage from airports.
One of the guys that I bought stuff from does that. That's how I got the stuff.
Yeah, and stuff like this will show up in bags left at airports. It's weird because I thought to myself, this is dumb. We're going to go and spend a whole day buying used underwear, which we did, but in amongst the used underwear were wacko things. You wouldn't even believe the stuff that we pulled out. You're like, okay, I guess I get it. I get the draw, because it is like that. It's like, okay, here's the
slot machine.
Here's the loot crate. That's a real loot crate.
Then what happens is people like that put a little ad up in a newspaper or Facebook Marketplace, and they say, I bought a bunch of stuff. I have some comics. Do you want to make an offer on a box? And then when you say, do you want to go through the box and look and see what's there? They say, not really, no. You can come and look and make an offer or make an offer sight unseen.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's how you end up with a bad grab.
Used underwear.
But this grab here is interesting. I got a bunch of old Tarzans that I think are cool. I got some John Carter stuff that I thought was cool. If we want to talk another day about those paperbacks and those covers, I got a little stack of those. And then some of this cool stuff and the TV Times. So interesting. We may end up shooting it. You might say to me, if only for one of our docs we had February 1983, and I got you covered.
Great.
So listen, this was a quick little haul. I'm happy about the two Beatles things. I just quickly, while we were chatting here, I went and looked at eBay. That Beatles thing that I have two of is all over the map.
Oh, yeah.
Some people are trying to get quite, several $100s for it. Yeah. Other people are selling it for 30, 40 bucks.
But I mean, that's the thing, is that a lot of this stuff, and no joke, a lot of this stuff at $30 or $40, it adds up. Like, and a lot of it is that if you go to those bookstores, or those used bookstores or the comic shops that have it, it's no less than $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 for stuff like this. I mean, that Star-Lord one, I didn't realize that this was the platform that Marvel Preview presents. There's a lot of Star-Lords in here, and it doesn't look anything like Chris Pratt. But yeah, number 4 there, that could be a $2,000 find if you find that in a box like that.
I don't think you'll find that.
No, probably
the
not.
Stuff that normally when you snap up like a box of stuff, people have gone through it. You know what I mean?
You would assume, but again, that's an obscure enough one that you think that somebody in a small town they're not going to go through this and necessarily check it all.
I don't know. Everybody can go on the internet now.
But they can, for sure. And that's the problem nowadays, is that anybody is going to do that first. Like, we were clearing out a house and somebody had a stack of really old Playboy magazines, and I thought, well, some of those are worth a lot of money too. But of course, this person had already gone through and nope, they're all from this era. They're not worth anything. And you're like,
they already took out the Barbie
damn internet.
Benton.
The damn internet. Yeah, exactly. The damn internet completely takes away the surprise.
Well, listen, I didn't bring in, there were a bunch of old Time magazines. There were a bunch of Rolling Stone magazines. Yeah. I yanked those out and just set them aside. But that kind of stuff, again, it may not be something you collect, but when you look at it, if you're of a certain age, it's cool to see it.
Yeah.
Right? So I brought a couple of them over.
And there's stuff that happened time and place that might be relevant to you, or something you collect that there it is and you have it. So it's hard to find
the couple I brought over, that Movie World or whatever, Cream, those ridiculous, that really reminds me of when you do what you could get, or do what you could do to get a buck, to get whatever, which is why I liked those reissues. I really think that's a fun way to buy and to get back that old feeling.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. Anyway, listen, we did our second attempt at a haul video.
Yeah.
I have more stuff. I bought a bunch of stuff from some people. We'll try it again another time. But next week, I think we're going to go back to doing a little more education. What do you think? Is that fair?
Sure. Jump back into it.
All right. Everybody who stuck this out to the end to see what we actually had,
send us a message.
Send us a message and say, yeah, I stuck it out to the end. And if you didn't stick it out to the end, also reach out and let us know that you didn't.
How are they going to do that?
They will have... maybe we'll just say goodbye.
Bye.